This video will demonstrate fill area plot improvements in Origin 2022, such as fill to any axis, including the top, bottom, left, right axis, or fill to horizontal or vertical lines given by x or y values, fill to plots other than next plot, and set different filling settings for plots in a group. We hope these improvements will make your work easier. First, let's look at this example of fill plots to any axis. There are two plots in the graph. One will be filled to the bottom axis, whereas the other will be filled to the top axis. Since older versions of Origin only support fill to bottom axis, I have added an extra column D with top axis values to fill to it. Now in Origin 2022, you can fill to any axis, so we don't actually need this third column at all. Highlight B and C column to plot the line graph. And on the Lines tab, enable Fill Area under Curve and click Apply. Normal means fill to the bottom axis by default, so you can see both plots are filled to the bottom axis. In previous versions, all plots in the same group will show the same filling settings, but in Origin 2022, I can now set up each plot in the group as a different setting, such as not fill second plot, or fill a different base. In this example, let's choose top axis. Now, we can set fill colors for each plot. Let's go to the Patterns tab to set different fill colors. To adjust fill colors, you can press the Control key and click the Increment Color List to change the color list. We can also change transparency to be on. Besides filling to horizontal lines, we also support fill to plot, but in the past, each plot can only plot to the plot immediately next to it, so it was very complicated to fill multiple plots to the same baseline curve. So let me show you how easy it is to do it in Origin 2022. So highlight D to K and plot a line graph. Click on any plot and use the mini toolbar to increase the line width. So first, let me drag BG in Object Manager to make it the last plot in the list. We will explain why we need to move it to the last plot later. So let's go to the plot details and turn on Fill Area. Choose Fill to Data Plot one color. See the Data Plot drop-down list show besides the next plot. It shows any plots you can fill to. The list can only show plots below it in the plot list. So if BG was the first plot in the graph, I can't fill to it. So that's why we had you drag it to the last plot just now. Now let's choose BG. By default, all the plots in this group will follow the same fill settings of the first plot in the group. Click Apply to see all of them fill to BG. The line plot colors are set to Color for Line. Let's go to the Patterns tab to set the fill color as well. Let's use the same color list for fill color. You can see the curve color and the fill color below it are the same. Let's also turn on the gradient fill. And we're also going to turn on transparency. So all 7 peak curves are filled to the BG curve. Now we can add raw data to the graph as scatter plots. And drag some column to graph. Ctrl R to rescale the graph, and click anti-aliasing to make the plot smoother. With all these improvements, users can easily plot the following phase diagram. Here, the solid phase is set by layer backgrounds, and the liquid phase is set by filling between the first and the second plot, and the gas phase is set by filling the second plot to the right axis. We hope you find this feature useful. Thank you for watching.